Broadcasting. We have a whole lot to showcase on our network, from quality music video, crusade and outreach activities, movies, comedies and African drama, interview and special feature, baby shower, engagement, weddings and a whole lot more. We are into business promotion. Join our network and do business with us today as we add value to your mobile devices, online and on your TV set. Don't forget to join us for our Real Gospel Hour, Real Gospel Talk with pastors from all around, and our powerful confident prayer time. It's Voice TV Africa, showing the rest of the world of Africa you don't know. Voice TV Africa, proudly African. Voice TV Africa, the station that blesses your soul.
Well, folks, this I'd like to say a pleasant welcome, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to the program Frontline Focus Roundtable with me, Eric Obadu. Very shortly, I will be joined by the rest of our colleagues, Gabriel Sawa of DCN Radio, King Brown of Magic FM in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, and of course, Jocelyn Weir of New Narratives there in Monrovia. All of them will be joining us this evening right here on the show. And this is the Frontline Focus Roundtable. We broadcasting live on CMAX Studio right here in Yapatan, Rivers County. And of course, as you may be aware, the firing of Steve Grant, former administrative assistant in the office of Senator Jiffin Smith of Rivers County, has sparked debate all over the place in Rivers and even beyond. Is it political? Is it a personal issues? And of course, we have been doing everything in our weak way to ensure that these different stakeholders, different players come aboard. So we discuss this issue right here on the table. Tonight, we will have with us Steve Grant. We will also have Lawrence Starr. He is the chief officer in the office of Senator Jiffin Smith. And we are going to discuss the issue right here, whether it was political, whether a personal issue, all those things will be coming right here. The facts will come up tonight. So wherever you are, follow this show, share the show. We are streaming this live on different platforms across the globe. Global TV, Global Radio in America is also carrying this show live, and DCN Radio is also carrying this show in Cestus, Rivers County. So my name is Eric Opadu, and of course, very shortly we will be ushering all of our guests in. But firstly, you want to listen to beautiful gospel music right here on this show. Don't go away. Stay tuned, because the very best we have to offer you is right here. Let's now bring you some beautiful, beautiful gospel music as we await the rest of the crew right here on this show.
It's Chai Keys on the beat.
Are y'all ready now? Skibbity bamba. Na 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 na. Oh na na. Yeah yeah. Oh na na. Yeah yeah yeah. Oh na na. Yeah yeah. Oh na na. Jehovah Obadu. Papa, you too good. Jehovah, you too good. Papa, you too kind. Miracle working God, give you all the praise, give you all the glory. You alone deserve it. You put my enemies under my feet. Because I have you, I face no defeat. Higher and higher, I give you the praise and I give you the honor, because you're the king. You love me personally. See the testimony. You get the glory. You get the honor and everything. Yeah, you love me personally. See the testimony. You get the glory. You get the honor and everything. Oh, Babadu. Babadu. Papa, you too good.
they scatter my hand, oh, Baba me, oh, the many blessings you bless me, I cannot tell it all. I thank you, you love me personally, see the testimony, you get the glory, Lord, you know, you love me personal, testimony, you get the glory, Lord, yeah, Baba, you do right now.
Oh, yes, indeed. His name is Moses Soare, and of course, making contribution. This one is called Papa You Too Fun. And this is the Frontline Focus Roundtable, and we are right here broadcasting from ZMAX Studio here in New Yapatan, Riverside County. And like we said, the firing of Steve Grant. Steve Grant used to be the administrative assistant to the office of Senator Stephen Smith, and he was fired, and he has sparked debate all over the place. Riverside and beyond. Is it political? This is something we don't know. Some say it's political, some say it's personal issue, and all those things are being discussed every street corner, Facebook, and just everywhere. So Frontline Focus Roundtable is a table that we settle to bring these issues on the table and discuss it and find some amicable solutions. So today we say, hey, we are going to bring Steve Grant on the show. We're going to bring somebody from the office of Stephen Smith, and unfortunately for us, Lawrence Starr, who having to be the chief officer of Stephen Smith, say, hey, I will be on the show, and yes, he's here. Very shortly, we want to usher in Gabriel Sawa from DCN Radio and the Frontline Focus Roundtable, the Zoli Media and Communications. We are in collaboration with DCN Radio there in Central City. So this program is live on DCN Radio. We are also live on Global FM in the USA and Voice TV Africa in the US. So it's a very big platform. Gentlemen, let me say good evening and a pleasant welcome to the show. Lawrence, good evening. Let's hear you. Who's Lawrence?
Good evening, Eric. It's a pleasure being on this platform. And good evening to all of the people of Riverside, wherever you are listening and however you are listening. I want to use this time to say good evening to you, both Riverside citizens and residents alike. We say good morning and good evening.
Grant, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
So you want to come a little bit closer to your mic so that the people monitoring via radio and viewing you via Facebook can see and hear you better. So you can do better. I know you can do better. Dress closer to your mic.
I want to be seen to see what you were into now.
Gabriel, what's up, my man?
Yeah, Eric, good evening, and let me say good evening to our guests. Let me say also good evening to you and the rest of the listeners and our social media viewers following the show tonight. It's a quite fascinating show, and we are grateful that we're going to have some perfect conversation this evening tonight. Let me say to you that the show is live on DCN Radio across the length and breadth of this country.
You know, when I was saying Gabriel, good evening, I was scared because, so now we can tell a 30 minutes to hear your voice, but it's good that I think
No, my network is much
the
better
intercept work
than ever
on your
before.
setting this evening, man.
Thank you so very much.
So, Gabriel, how is Riverside? How is Sestos? What happening there?
Well, Cesar is fine. We're very grateful that Cesar is doing very well. In terms of what is happening in the local news for the day, I've been following the two radio stations that are based in the capital, Cestos. They've been reporting about the latest development is the Atia Bridge that is currently under construction. I understand that very shortly the Ministry of Public Works will get done with that. And then Saturday, DCN reported today that the 3 people that got drowned in their knee, they have turned their dead body over to the authority from San Diego County after the coroner conducted their investigation and they found one person, there was foul play on one body, the 7-year-old Tim Morris Tier. There was a foul play, but the mother of the 2 children, there was no foul play, and the 2-year-old boy, there were also no foul play. But the 7-year-old, there was a foul play. According to the commissioner for Simbala district, the neck was broken. The neck of that child was broken after they got drowned last week, Tuesday, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, in a river called Noonan River, around somewhere called Donkin Village in Route 6. So that was a sad story for the day that probably some of the 2 stations been reporting. Hello, Eric?
The issue of foul play, no foul play, I don't like to hear that. So they sent you over there, examine the body, and say the neck was broken. Because it is obvious that a child, fell from on a log or something and got their neck broken in that water. Maybe that would have been the reason why the child drowned. And you call it foul play. Just say neck broke. That's just it. I don't understand how people, but whatever the case is, it is why it is. So this is something that our people are kind of used to. So, yeah. All right. So I think we need to go straight into this thing. Firstly, we spoke to the guys and they said hi. It will be good that they tell us who they are in terms of portfolio. Then we can go straight into the discussion. So let's start with Lawrence. Lawrence Starr, long time, my man. What's up?
Yeah, well, we are here. We are hanging in. We on our side of the river, sitting here and doing what we have to do for the Riverside people and Liberians in general. So we are here. We are quiet, but yes, we are working.
We are quiet, but we are working. The people of Riverside, they are listening to you. Riverside citizens, outside of Riverside, they are listening to you. They are viewing you. Yes, we all know Lawrence. If you ask me who's Lawrence, I would say Lawrence Aburu Suman. I'm a man, Buru. My cousin from Two. If you ask another person, so yeah, that's Lawrence. But talk to us. Tell us who is Lawrence. In fact, on this table, who is Lawrence here?
Okay, so the name is Lawrence Gajeta. I am the chief of office staff in the office of Senator Wellington Jevon Smith of Riverside. Basically, because you are saying on this table, basically, yes, that's who I am. And I represent the office of Senator Wellington Jevon Smith in this discussion.
Okay, you are welcome to the Frontline Focus Roundtable. This is a new generation platform and strictly here in Riverside County. Steve, what's up, my man?
Yes, sir. Very good.
You are good. Let's hear you. Who is Steve?
Well, on this table, as you regularly say, Steve, I don't know what I would say former because Lauren, you have to bring my dismissal letter every day. That's I don't know what did they wait for. But I will come as former of the office of Senator Wellington Jevon Smith of Riverside County. Yeah. The name is
Where are you guys speaking to the people of Riverside from? Are you in Monrovia? Are you in America? Where are you guys?
I'm currently at my residence, the Pueblo supermarket.
Sir.
From the
Yeah, as you can see, I am already in bed. I have that thing you can see my background. I'm already in and right in bed. I was just doing one or two stuff. Yeah, but I'm currently in bed. In Monrovia.
Anybody can be in bed. So that thing you're talking, you can be in some hotel room in Rwanda, you in bed. So that thing you're talking, and that's something for us to can't say you in bed. So we say you in Liberia.
Monrovia. I'm at my house in Monrovia, and I'm in bed.
Good. All right. Steve, are you in? Oh, Steve said he's in Puebla. So let's welcome to the table Jocelyn. Jocelyn comes to this table with a lot of experience. She says an award-winning journalist. She writes for New Narratives, and she's an executive of Stage Media, and she's one of the co-founders of this Frontline Focus Roundtable. Jocelyn, welcome. Jocelyn,
you have to talk to us, man. Start sleeping on tonight.
Yeah. Okay, I think she's trying to settle some technical issues, but the fact that this on is okay. All right, so guys, it has been, let's say, weeks now, and the discussion, the issue of Steve Grant dismissal has been all over the place. Let's start with Steve Grant. What happened? Were you dismissed? Why? Talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Duo. Well, I can tell the listener, people across the country, or people of Riverside County, that I was dismissed on the office of Senator Wellington Jr. On grounds that, although I'm not seeing a dismissal letter, but what I listened to from Aaron Gize, the station manager for RBS, on the recording, Senator Jimon Smith dismissed me on grounds that I'm in his office, and as such, I cannot announce anything about contestants in any elections in Riverside County. That was why Senator Smith told Aaron Gize from the interview on RBS. Although I didn't listen to it because I was not in Maserado. I was somewhere where it's hard to reach, somewhere that you could not get the network. So the only time I could get the information is to come to the network. When I opened my phone, I saw a post on Aaron that the Senator Wellington Jr. Smith, immediately I called Aaron. And I said, Aaron, I've seen the information here. Because Senator Smith and myself have not had any form of discussion regarding anything regarding this or anything of this elections issue. Only one time I could remember. And to hear today that I've been dismissed on the office of Senator Wellington Jr., something is happening. I tried to reach the senator, but I could not. And so I decided to take my time in the district because I was doing it. So when I came to town, it is true and correct that the information are being circulating all around. All the media outlets told me that Grant Stephen Thomas have been dismissed as Senator Wellington Jr. Smith. And when Aaron told right out, I was dismissed from the office of Senator Wellington Jr. Smith because I said I want to contest the 2029 general elections in Electoral District 1 against Representative Ellis Grant. That was all. I don't know what is in the communication. I'm not seeing the communication. I don't know that working. That Bugu me again can. But that was all about it. And people who are being asking what everybody's saying, that because Senator Smith said he doesn't want to serve his vision in the caucus. But we are here to discuss that tonight.
Okay. So, if I got you right, Senator Jivan Smith has not told you that you are dismissed. Aaron Gizzi was the one you heard that from. Is that what you are saying?
Oh, yes, of course. But Senator Smith has not told me.
All right. Mr. Todd, you are the chief of office staff in that office. Talk to us on this issue. You must have heard it. What happened? Is Steve Grant still in the employ of Senator Jivan Smith?
All right, so some weeks now, or pretty close to some months now, Stephen Grant Thomas have been on the social media with post declaring his intention to contest the representative seat for district number 1 in Riverside County come 2029.
Mr. Todd, Mr. Todd, is Steve Grant still in the employ of Senator Smith?
I'm getting there, Eric. I'm getting there. So you will give me a little bit of time for me to drill you through the process. This is a process.
So you could have told us yes or no, then we ask you why.
No, please allow Lawrence. Let him set the basis.
Stephen
okay, Mr. Basis. Lawrence, go ahead.
Stephen Grant just spoke and he told you that he has not received a communication officially. Isn't that what he told you?
Yeah.
So just allow me to drill you through the process. That's the essence for which you have called me to give you some insight into what is obtaining. So like I'm saying, when Senator Smith heard of this, because this was completely news to Senator Smith, when he heard this, he decided to call Steve as a little brother. He did not call Steve anywhere else but in his living room or at his house. And he decided to invite Charles Batty, who is also a big brother to Steve and a small brother to the senator. So when Steve came, the senator asked him, Steve, I've been seeing on the social media, on the Blue app, that you are contesting. Is it true? He said, yes, it is true. And I'm not turning back. I am not turning back from my decision, and my decision is final. So Senator Smith said, Steve, 2029 is 4.5 years away from now. That's your constitutional right. Nobody can stop you. You have your right to run in an election once you meet the criteria of the NEC. But the place and the time you are doing this, Steve, in the first place, Steve did not inform the senator that he wanted to do such as an employee in the office of Senator Smith. And the next thing there is that Steve, being in the office of Senator Smith, knows sincerely within himself that this individual he's wanting to go against Joe Grant was very instrumental when it comes to the senator being senator today. And the senator is one person who is noted for being very grateful and generous to people when they help him. This very Joe Grant, who is now a representative of District Number 1, was someone who was in the trenches with us, and Steve My own brother Steve was one person who projected Joe Grant to be representative. It has now gone quite 2 years in Joe Grant's leadership. Steve has come to tell the people of Riverside that Joe Grant has failed us. Come on, let's be practical and logical here, gentlemen. If you go to school, there are 6 periods, excluding first semester and exam.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Mr. Basis is telling me to give you, let you say your basis. You haven't answered. Look, we're gonna enjoy the show. But let's stick to the rules. Let's answer the question, Rabbi. You will have time to discuss the issue.
Eric, so you want me to just answer yes, no when you ask questions, right?
We have yes or no question. Is Steve still in the club?
If that's what you want, then I can just say yes or no. What you
I think we have to, Eric, for me, I suggest that our listeners are listening. This particular issue is a concern of the entire country. So
we
let him learn the time, although we're monitoring the time, let him lay the basis of what really led to this guy dismissal, because
No. Lawrence has not told us. Gabriel.
Yeah.
Lawrence has not told us whether or not Steve is dismissed. Once we get that, then we will ask Lawrence to lay the basis. But he has not told us. We ask a simple question. Is this man still in the employ of Jesus Smith? No. Why?
Steve has told
is he still there? Yes. That's
it. Eric.
Yeah, let allow him make his point.
So what is it that you want me to say? Steve in question has told you that he has not received a communication from the office of Senator Wellington.
That's what he said.
Good. So I am giving you now the basis. So you will allow me to go through the process, Eric. But if you want yes or if you want no, then I can just say yes, no. If that's what you
tell
want.
us yes, tell us no. Then we ask you why and how.
But you will not tell me how to respond. I have my own style of responding. That is the thing.
We will be procrastinating the time. So let's go straight to the point. He lay his basic answer our questions.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
So Senator Smith, who happens to be the senator, and knowing the impactfulness of Joe Grant during his campaign period, call Steve and say, Steve, my junior brother, don't attempt that. Don't go into that. Even if you want to do that, that should not be now. We are 4.5 years away, and this Joe Grant is somebody you know that helped us. You held his hand as well and projected him to the people of Riverside and District Number 1. Joe Grant has now spent 2 years, quite 2 years. You are now saying Joe Grant is a failure. The same color that you were selling on yesterday, you are telling the people of Riverside that this color is no longer good, but you are the best color. For us, that in itself, it is not resonating well with us, because the same color, the same Joe Grant that you sold just 1.5 years back, then you have not come and say, no, that color there, it was not the best color, but I am the best color. So Senator Smith is saying, no, Steve, we can't be ungrateful to Joe Grant. Joe Grant has been doing everything for us. Even if you want to run, that should not be it. And let me say something here tonight. Of all of us that supported Senator Smith, including Steve Grant, who served as the chairman, Steve Grant has benefited immensely. Steve Grant has benefited more from Joe Grant than any one of us.
Lawrence, you got 30 more seconds to address the question whether this man is in the employ of G-Fund.
Told him, if you cannot back down, I will not have you in my office, because the people of Riverside will be thinking, the people of the world will be thinking that my silence while you are on the blue app projecting your candidacy will mean that I am supporting you in doing this. So if you cannot stop what you are doing, I'm going to fire you. That's what Senator Smith told him in the presence of Charles Batty. That's what Senator Smith told him. And he said, well, if that be it, then I'm willing and ready to take dismissal. So Senator Smith said, fine. Fine. So after the discussion, Senator Smith came to me and said, Lawrence, I said, yes. He said, do a letter. The first thing Senator Smith did was to call a meeting. He called this meeting of all the staffers, including Steve Grant. We called Steve. Steve come to the office. Let's find a way to resolve this thing. Steve said no. In fact, Steve did not go for that meeting. Steve refused to go for the meeting. We called him. He said he's not coming anywhere, and Senator Smith should take whatever decision he wants to take. So Senator Smith said, fine. So he came to the office right after our on the meeting. Senator Smith said, Lawrence, yeah, do his dismissal letter. And I did it. And it is currently on the desk of the senator.
When are you giving his letter?
As soon as the senator signs it.
Yeah, so, Eric, I have a question. Please, I don't want to forget. So, Big Brother Lawrence, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Steve has said it clearly that he not been dismissed because he has not received letters. So, what prompted the senator to have an interview with the radio stations when you are now officially or communicated that this man has been dismissed?
All right, so Gabriel, the fact is, Steve has said emphatically that he's not backing off the race come to about 2029, though it's far from now. About anything could happen from now to about 2029. Maybe Steve could become a minister of Liberia is possible. Maybe Steve could be some kind of minister is possible, and something to happen from now till that time. But the senator knows well that his decision is also final. So that's the reason the senator went ahead and spoke the way he spoke. That Steve is no longer in his office, and he's clear on that. So as I speak to you, Steve's name has been removed from the payroll of Senator Smith and officially, and he received his salary for this month. And I can assure him that he will not get his salary for June and the rest of the month. So that's it.
All right. So we're gonna get to Steve.
Eric?
Gabriel, you want to say something?
Yeah. My question not being answered. I think the listeners didn't also in that with the way Emmanuel from answered the question. My question is that you wrote this communication, it's on the desk of the senator, probably he had not signed the communication, and this communication has not been presented to Steve, but the senator have called a radio station and said, look, Steve has been dismissed. And from a legal standpoint, Steve has not been dismissed because he has not yet received a communication.
No, Gabriel. Steve is no longer the employer of Senator Smith. Senator Smith.
So, Gabriel, this is where I was coming. Mr. Ta.
Yeah.
Can you tell your viewers and the listeners how is a person employed in the senator's office? Because maybe every office got their own protocol. How is it done in the senator's office?
All right, so at the Liberian Senate, this is an old adage thing. This is something that can happen. There are several ways that people get employed at the Liberian Senate. This is a new fact. Political patronage is one way in which one gets employed at the Liberian Senate. And another way is competence. the person in question, and not only Senator Smith. This is unique to all the senators of Liberia. Let's make this very clear. Not only to Senator Smith, but to all the senators of Liberia. When you are competent and the senator in question sees your ability, he comes and hire you. So Steve is one person who also got employed based on political patronage. If you were asked Steve for him to
so Lawrence,
yeah,
it's we are asking. I'm asking a how question, and you are asking why. You are employed because, I mean, you are competent because of political patronage. That is the why. How? Maybe they just call you and say, since you are qualified, come and sit down. That is the how we are asking. We are not asking why. You are employed because you are competent, because, I mean, the man wants you to be in office because he knows you. That is the why you are asking, you are answering. How? I mean, was he giving a letter? We don't want to answer the question for you. Was he giving a letter? Was he called verbally? That's what we are asking.
And you need to ask Steve whether he has his letter of employment. Ask Steve. Steve is ready.
We're going to ask you first. We're going to ask him. Don't worry. We have a whole list of questions for Steve.
And let's Steve tell whether
Steve,
he's giving a letter of employment.
Steve.
Mr. Duo.
Yeah. So you haven't been given letter. Like you firstly said, and then Lawrence just validated what you said, that you have not been given any letter. Why are you parading yourself and saying that you are a former administrative assistant? Why? There is no letter.
Thank you, Mr. Duo. Thank you very much. In the first place, when I started my conversation, I said I have not received any letter from the office of Senator Wellington Jimoh Smith. I understand that people from the financial department have told me that there's a communication that gone there already to block my account. It's a clear indication that Senator Smith have dismissed me. Once I'm not receiving the salary, no longer it means to say, you know, everybody work for, you know, once you work, you must get paid. And when you're not getting paid, then you're not working. But let me come to the issue of my brother Lawrence. You know, Lawrence had nothing to say on this platform tonight. I know he was struggling. You know, I wonder I'm gonna go there. I wonder I'm not go there, because Lawrence had nothing to say. Absolutely nothing. And let me sharpen in some of the contradictions in.
Respect Lawrence's opinion, please. Let's go to the point.
For example, Lawrence is lying. When Senator Smith called me, I went with Casper. Senator Smith did not tell me, he said, Steve, I don't want you to contest. No. Charles Batty was there. Call Charles Batty on this identical platform. The only thing Senator Smith told me, Steve, I saw something on Facebook. You have declared that you said you want to run. I say I want to run. Now, why the senator and whosoever call, I don't know, representative or quote unquote, they are running with that information like that? Are they afraid? But trust me, I will beat those guys 2029. Why are you afraid? I'm telling you now that I want to run. I even run your Mr. Duo. Get the information alone. People popping all in the corner. Allow me to go into the elections. I just informing people I want to run. Just because I want to run, you just make decision. Is that how people make decision?
So you said the senator. Yeah, go ahead, Gabriel.
Grant, this is my question to you. I have a question, Lauren, about employment, about dismissing everything. This is my question to you, Grant. How were you employed in the office? Was you employed through a communication, or you're just being called, come and work?
See, if you didn't get Gabriel, he's asking you how was your employment done? Did they just call you like Lawrence said, Jivon said, oh, this guy, he was my campaign man, so come to the office? Were you giving letter of employment? That's what Gabriel is asking. How was it done?
Was given letter of employment attached to my TOR, my term of reference. I got a communication with me. The COS knows. Well, Laura will be lying, right? I got it.
I have to share that communication. We do have a letter with your TR. You have to share with us.
Let Laura I hope Laura
you want to send that letter of employment in my inbox with your TOR. You want to send it to us in our inbox. If possible, we can upload it so that our viewers will be able to look at it. But I want to ask you a question, Steve.
Yeah.
You said the senator did not tell me not to run. So, were you going to say yes to him? Had he told you not to run?
I'm beginning with your question. You said the senator did not told me not to run.
Yeah, you said to be frank, the senator did not tell me not to run. But then I'm asking now, if the senator has said so, what were you going to do? Steve. Too bad with it, Morovia people, when we're having there, they can be having there with problem. I don't know. And we're waiting, we also using Starlink, and they are in Morovia there from senator office at Harry, and they're facing there with problem.
No, Steve is in pipeline, way behind, yeah, so they can suffer for network.
So while Steve is suffering for network, I know he will come on. But Lauren, you said Steve did not inform the senator that about his decision to run. And how is it done in your office? Do you guys have a set of rules in the office of the senator that, hey, when you are here, you want to take any other political decision, you have to inform the senator? It has to be. How is it done in that office?
No, Eric, let's make this very clear. The senator is not against anyone wanting to run. That's his or her constitutional right. The senator will not stop anyone from exercising their constitutionality. What the senator is against is the aspect of paying evil for good. Somebody who has done you good, somebody who has not been harmful to you, somebody who has been so nice and kind to you. Then you turn around and you want to stab that person in the back. The second point there is the senator all along, we Riverside citizens, we have always been complaining and been crying that, and the lawmakers and our lawmakers, they are not united. They are not united. My brother, come to think about it. If Grant is running from the office against another city lawmaker and he stay in the office of Senator Smith, come to think about it. The Riverside people will not say that Senator Smith is bringing division among the caucus members. If you want to run, fine, leave his office, and then you can declare your intention. But you can't be in the senator office and declare your intention, especially, let me sound this caveat, especially against somebody who helped him yesterday, somebody who held the ladder for him to climb up yesterday. I gave you an example. Let me just give you this kind of an example, because I was very instrumental in everything that Senator Smith did during his days when he was running to be senator. When NEC came up with that criteria that we needed to place $8,000 in your bank balance before you can contest, We managed to get all of the money except $2,000 in Senator Smith's bank balance. Senator Smith had only 6,000 USD in his bank balance. We have struggled all around to get that money, to fill it up to $8,000. We couldn't. It was very difficult. That morning, while Senator Smith and myself were on the push at his house, strategizing in terms of how to raise the balance $2,000, who did we see coming from the road? It was Joe Grant. Joe Grant drove in the yard and he asked, Senator, what is happening now? And the senator said, Joe, we have only 1 day left. If we don't place this money in my account, I will not be able to run. Immediately, without even hissing his teeth, Joe Grant took out 2,000 United States dollars and handed it to the senator in my presence.
He did not give it to Steve Grant. That was the senator, Senator Smith.
Listen, Eric, everything in life is not just about self. Let's be honest. Everything in life is not just about self.
Lawrence, everybody played their role. You said Joe Grant was the campaign manager. So, I mean, that was more than the 2,000.
No, Joe Grant did not serve as campaign manager. Stevie Grant served as campaign manager.
Steve Grant served as campaign manager. That was his own contribution. That was more than the 2,000.
I agree with you, but what we are saying, this is a Joe Grant who also helped us. Joe Grant has now spent 2 years in power. Steve Grant, who helped to sell this very Joe Grant, is telling the Riverside people today that the color he wants.
We're just hoping that Joe Grant will come back on. Lauren himself has started facing his network problem as well. So the time is 4 minutes after 9 o'clock, and Gabriel, we have to open the lines so that our listeners.
Hello.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah, Lauren, we are getting you.
I'm back. Yes.
Why?
So Stephen Grant is now telling the people of Riverside. Stephen is now telling the people of Riverside, don't listen to Joe Grant as your leader.
Oh, I think Lauren is experiencing some terrible network issues with me. Eric, are you there?
I'm here, and we want to take our musical break, and you get the line set, and when we come back, you open the lines.
Yeah, I want for Lauren to rest on this issue. I have 2 basic questions. I don't know what happened with network because I'm busy. The initial call report that look, Steve Grant, I hope that Steve come back. Steve Grant and Joe Grant came up with a political consensus at that time that look, that says that right after the election, Joe will run to be senator, and then Steve Grant will contest to be representative. But then, after meeting changed when Senator Devon built to our way, Grant not contest again. So
yeah, that's an issue that myself, I got that information. It's good that you had that on mind. Myself, I had it on mind, but let's see whether we can wait for them. They're going to come back. They are facing these network problems. Lawrence, are you okay now?
Hello?
are you there?
Are you there to me?
Yeah,
Lawrence, go ahead.
Yes, so what I was saying, Steve Grant, who told Joe Grant, who campaigned for Joe Grant, I've gone 2 years.
The network seems to be very terrible from that.
Confusion everywhere. It feels like you won't make it
Has failed.
from the burden.
But he's telling the people of Riverside, he is the new president. He is the sweetest color. We are saying no. No.
Joe Grant has not gone anywhere he is in. Okay, for the sake of this argument, let's agree that Joe Grant failed for 1 year, 4 past 6 months. So is it not possible that Joe Grant can make a comeback in the 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, and do very good job later? We are saying no.
Okay. All right. So, Gabriel, you say you had a question for Steve. Thank God he's back. Steve, welcome back, my man. Gabriel.
Yeah, Steve, go ahead. Welcome to the show again. Getting us.
I'm getting you, Gabriel.
Okay,
Yeah, Steve, go ahead. So,
Yeah,
Gabriel, you say you had a question for Steve. Let's hear you.
Please, and please take your time to answer this question because the Riverside people are particularly concerned about this.
Eric, can you ask about admin, please, Eric? I've not seen a video. Can you add?
Lawrence, you are on. Just put your video on. Just open your video.
Yeah,
Okay, this is my question. Eric, can you meet Lawrence and as we do his connection? Let me go to Steve. Steve, this is the question. We got a report that initially from the 2020 elections, you wanted to contest. You have the plan every time election. Then Senator Chief told you to go and allow this guy Joe Grant contest the senatorial seat. Then use Steve Grant contest as a representative. But then right after the election process, Senator Jefferson planned to go away and then came back to you and said, "Look, Steve Grant, go back. Don't allow Joe Grant to contest the representative." While we all put Joe away as a senator. Because any meeting, any conversation like that, family, you accept any consent like that.
Okay. Let me clarify this question. I always told people that the Senator Wellington when they not do justice. And I also want to say
Steve, can you do a with getting your call? Yeah, you can close up to your mic a bit here.
Yes, I can.
You got me now?
Yeah, quiet.
Okay, good. Want to TV 2020 we were in our issue of the election. When one sort of get what a sort of making with program. And they said, Senator, we brought this guy. The guy is a very young guy. We want the guy to help you in your elections because he have the ambition to run in the future. And so I was as the national chairman on the table and I accepted Joe Grant. And he came. After Senator Smith elections, Senator Smith had decided to endorse Joe Grant to go as Senator of Riverside, replacing Senator Pay. At the Nene Logan Parawa on the Grand Bassa County is where that meeting was held. It's where Senator Jevon Smith lifted the hand of Ellis Joe Grant as his senatorial candidate in the elections for the 2023 senatorial elections. In less than 1 year, the same Senator Smith have gone to Bill Tuawe and told Bill Tuawe, say, I'm enjoying how you are doing the development in Riverside County, and so I want you to come to Riverside so you can help me. You see it right there? So confusion has started between the two of them. The Joe and the Bill Tuawe now started making some confusion. My representative positions is laying on the side. Nobody is threatening it, nothing. When they started having the conversation, after Bill called them to MPA when they came from there, the only thing Senator Smith was able to tell me is to tell me, Steve, I'm begging you, my son, forget about the elections. Because in our country, that is, our people say when you tear the flesh from the child, you must get them boom. And so we want you to calm down, forget about contesting. And I told you, as a senator, you are the senator of the county. What I would say, you my boss. I agree. That's how Joe came to representative and Bill went to senator. I did not hesitate. I made Bill senator of Riverside County and I made Joe Grant representative. Now, why they wanted they have received it already? What they wanted they have received it. To tell people today on the platform, I have never and ever disobeyed Senator Smith before. Never in my life. Witness me, Gabriel, you know that Senator Payne election, wherever, even if I'm not even running campaign for you, I will not buy more of you. I don't do it. So what I would respect Senator Smith. The arrangement came today, I become the sacrificial lamb in the process. Senator Smith now sitting at the back, Bill a senator, Joe a representative. Coming up now to tell them now that I want to run. Everybody start coming on me. Now, look at the issues. That's what I told Senator Smith. I said, Senator Smith, you're not doing justice to me. Yesterday, you lifted the hand of Ellen Joe Grant to be the senator of Riverside. Now you're telling the people of Riverside County that you're no more interested in the senatorial positions. You tell why can't you lift the hand of Ellen Joe Grant now to be the senator of Riverside and forget about my representative positions? And everybody fighting me left and right. So we had an agreement before, Gabriel. We had an agreement before. And so I decided to live with them. I decided to abide by what they told me yesterday. So the Senator Smith know that when he tell me today, I will not do it. Because yesterday I was there. I committed myself.
Lawrence, are you aware of this agreement?
Lawrence, mute yourself and talk, man.
Force is leading. It has no impact. At no point in time did Senator Smith sit down with Steve and Joe Grant and they hammer any agreement in terms of who should run as senator. And let me make this clear. In fact, when Joe came, Joe initially wanted to be representative and not senator. Let's make this very clear. Joe was opting to be representative from the very start of our campaign in district number 1. That is what Joe wanted. At no point in time that Senator Smith sat down with Steve and they hammered it that Joe should go as representative to give way for Bill Twary. When did Bill Twary come into the picture that he wanted to be senator? It was of recent. It was of recent. That whole issue that Steve is talking about is not true. It is good for us to be sincere to our conscience, gentlemen. We are young people, and you have your ambition. Yes, nobody is stopping you, Steve. It is your right. But let's put square peg in square hole. Let's say the truth. And nothing but the truth here, Steve. Yes, this is politics. I can understand. You want to be representative, it's your right, Steve. But no, don't use the name of the senator in such a way that the senator told you to sit down and we give you blue. And no. That is not true. That is not true. It's far from reality. So, Steve, I want you to please stop now. Don't use the bad senator's name to gain popularity here, man. Steve. Yeah, stop it, please.
Right there.
So let's Steve tell us, Gabriel. Hello.
I'm getting you, Lawrence.
Let Steve tell us why he wants to run in district number 1 and give his own booty, his own friend. Why he wants to do that? Let Steve be able to tell us his reason why he wants to run.
because the same color he sold, this Joe Grant, he sold the same Joe Grant to the people of Haitian world. Now, what is he going to tell the people about Joe Grant? He sold Joe Grant. So let's see if he's able to tell us now why he's running against somebody who he lifted his hand. Let's see tell about that.
So, Gabriel, our listeners are out there, and we have to do them justice. It's 17 minutes on the downside of 9 o'clock, and this is the Frontline Focus Roundtable. Gabriel, you can get the line set and have the lines open so we can interact with the public.
Let me ask you now, this to have two platform to the launch site, the chief of the staff in the office they are both our guests. Any questions or comments have do that about that is 439-776.
So you can also go to the comment section. Let's hear what you think. This is an issue that is being discussed all over the place. You can go to the comment section. Let's hear what you think. Lawrence is in studio. Steve Grant is in studio. But by the way, Steve Grant, are you by any means related to Joe Grant? I was asking if you are by any means related to Joe Grant. Okay.
Hello. Yeah. Okay.
Gabriel, one audio from our studio. Don't get in a call more than 1 minute, my man. A lot of people got to call.
What you calling it? Go ahead. I'm getting you live and clear. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead. I'm getting it clear. Please go ahead. We have less time. Hello? Okay. Kami, I think Kami, you made your point already. Thank you so very much. Hello? Yeah, you listen to the callers. Did you get our caller?
So for me, I didn't.
Okay, let me reach the questions to you. Two of our callers said. Let me take more calls, then you will respond to them. Let me take more calls. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Nina, where you from? Hello, please go ahead.
No, that.
Please go ahead. I'm hearing you. Please be audible. Hello. I don't know. When you call, please be audible so that we can be able to get you very crystal clear. But let me go to Green as waiting Eric. Eric and this is what the callers said. The first two callers, most especially having Roger who called on the show. The first caller said, by your early declaration that you want to contest in district number 1 as a representative, after saying that Jefferson Smith have called you and probably talk to you, and you almost 4 years and you have declared your intention. That was a disrespect to the senator and even to Representative Joe Green. You should not have done that. This is what the caller said. So he said that was a disrespect and it was not permitted or never allowed. Then the second caller was concerned that if you receive a letter of appointment in the office and then you are not receiving a letter of dismissal, it means that you are still in the employ of the senator, and that was his concern. These are the two questions of concern for us.
Let me the election. 2019 was your plan? Did anybody have problem with it? You know that early preparation. It is anything that you that when you want to contest, even your political leader. What is that?
Can you please come closer to the microphone so that we can get you a bit clearer?
You getting me?
Have another caller.
Yeah, bro, are you there?
Go ahead, Green. I'm waiting now.
Okay, fine. I said, the first quarter we started the preparation of Senator Jefferson Smith elections in 2019. I was there as a national chairman. I continued most of our Grand Basin and Riverside. We started the preparation of that election.
Gabriel, let's hold him there. We have a caller on the line. Let's hold Steve there. We have a caller on the line. Let me get him from this end. Okay, good evening. Your name and where you come from?
Thank you, Mr. Paul. This is Karen Georgie. It's like our personal line is getting covered. That's why I'm calling you. Thank you.
Let's hear you.
All right. So, like I was saying, I want to acknowledge the clarification from Mr. Lawrence side. But then, I also want to make this clear. If Mr. Stephen Green received a written communication from the office of Honorable Wellington Chiefly as related to his appointment in the office as special assistant. And now, like what Honorable Lawrence said, the dismissal letter is still on the table of the senator to sign a valid fund. Meaning, the information that the senator gave the people of River County is wrong. And I think the senator and authority to the people of River, because you appointed your servant to work in the interest of the people of River written communication. Now, you didn't inform me that this written communication of the senator, you do all the radio to inform the people of River that you are dismissing them by this way, having the
Thank you very much.
I am not saying the senator
Thank you very much. You made your point. Gabriel, you got me right?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, please. I'm getting you. Go ahead. I don't know.
So Gabriel, you can read 0770461344 so that they will be able to call on the line on the side as well.
Yeah, please repeat that number.
0770.
Yeah.
461. 344.
344. Okay. So you can call the line from Eric South 0770 461 344. Call that number as well. You can also call our studio line. We don't know what is happening with our new studio line.
If Lone Star subscribers can also call 0886 50 79 73.
Thank you. I want to read.
Grant, did you listen to Calvin Georgia? Did you get him clearly?
Yeah, I got Calvin very clear. Calvin said then at the final analysis, the senator need to apologize to the people of Rivers because I have received the dismissal letter and he have made a formal pronouncement on RBS, the county radio station that have been dismissed from his office, and I yet to receive my dismissal letter. And so Calvin is right. The senator need to do that. I apologize to the people of Rivers. I don't know what is still keeping my dismissal letter. But I wanted to question Lawrence here. And Lawrence stated here that I did respect the senator because I did not listen to him. And I didn't have the right to contest against Ellis Jogre. I don't know whether that is mentioned on my dismissal letter. I'm thinking whether that is mentioned there. Because I will not want the senator to say something different. There's something different is mentioned on a dismissal letter. I will go see something.
It's unfortunate that it's very much unfortunate that Lawrence is gone, and let me see whether we can get him through. Okay, I think he's the one here. Lawrence, are you there? Okay, thank you. All right, so we can get you through the landline. So it's good that you are back. I was just about asking this question, and I said it's unfortunate that you left, but you are back. I spoke with Charles Batty yesterday. Charles Batty, having to be the political advisor to the office of Senator Smith. Am I right? Okay, so I spoke with him yesterday on this issue, and he said something far different from what you were saying and from what Steve Grant is also saying. Charles Batty said Chiefon did not dismiss Steve Grant because he declared his intention to run in 2029. Chiefon dismissed Steve Grant because Steve Grant is in the habit of bad-mouthing the rest of the lawmakers. And Chiefon told him, I'm quoting Charles Batty, Chiefon told every one of you in the office there that the people of Rivers have said the Riverside caucus, the members of the caucus are not together. Therefore, nobody in my office should badmouth any of the lawmakers, be a senator or representative. But Steve Grant did not listen, and that was his usual habit. And based on that, GFON fired him. But it was not because he declared intention to run. Lauren, can you speak to that?
Lawrence, do some technical. I don't know. Eric, you need to spend getting Lawrence play. Eric, we not hear Lawrence.
Okay. So, Steve Grant, was there any time that the senator said nobody badmouth any other lawmakers in this office? If you did so, you are fired. And you did that.
I don't think Senator Smith can look at me and say, Steve Grant, don't badmouth any lawmakers. Everybody that I've been supporting in the politics, even if I'm not supporting, I don't badmouth. I don't do it. I don't have to elections that are being reason for one of the politics is
Steve Grant, next time you have to work on your the mic of your phone or computer, whatever you're using. You have to work on that so that, I mean, when you were talking, so that the people will be able to get you clearly. Because
getting me clear now?
You're quiet.
Getting me clear?
Yes, quiet.
Nowhere.
Go ahead, Steve. Don't mind it, man.
Nowhere that I Thomas have ever badmouthed any government. Never and ever. If the Stars Party will say today that the Grant Stephen Thomas that yesterday that was campaigning for Senator Smith, the Stephen that was campaigning for the Joe Grant, have ever badmouthed anybody in Riverside politics, they are lying on me. I never did that before. Moreover, let me just clarify something here tonight. That quote unquote dismissal and all those kind of things, it doesn't have no mandate to you. And I can challenge Senator Smith himself on any platform on the issue about dismissal. What is the issues? You dismiss me on for nothing, and you don't have even no ground. You said to other people that the Joe Grant supported you yesterday. The Joe Grant did this. The Joe Grant spent money. But when Senator Smith, you don't know about effort in your elections. I was the one that provided most of the money that Senator Smith was using in our elections. I don't want to be going that route. But why you will be telling me that because Joe Grant supported you yesterday, and so I don't have the right to contest in your from your office? And I will. I can tell him I can do it and give you a platform. And that dismissed me from the office based on different reasons. But the reason that they are giving to the people of the not the real reason. The real reason.
Yeah, Lawrence, you will have your time. You will have your time. Let's listen to Joe.
So,
Steve, I'm very sorry about that. You know, the grants and yeah.
But we will have to bring that clarity. I want to on this how will you be
07704613440886507973. Those are the numbers you can call tonight and be part of the show. You still have time. Steve Grant is in studio. Lawrence Starr is in studio via phone. So you have question, you have comment. Let's hear you. We don't want to leave here and then you start going on your Facebook and say, "Oh, Steve Grant fire and even fire Steve Grant." This, that. This is the time that you have to speak, or you forever hold your peace. Let me ask Steve Grant. Steve.
Yes, sir.
Let me go into your personal political issue now. I'm coming, Lawrence. I'm coming. You campaigned for Joe Grant. Am I correct? Correct. Now, you told the people of District 1 this was the Messiah among all of the candidates who were contesting. Is that correct? What are you carrying back to them?
Thank you very much. You know, we are not in election now. And the issue of Senator Smith is getting for the office. I want to because I don't want to discuss it's going
yeah, his mark. I think his mark has a problem. The network also is kind of giving problem on that side. You know. So let me see whether I can mute Gabriel because Steve Grant, go ahead. Let's hear you.
You getting me now?
Fine. Yeah, Gabriel, don't unmute yourself. Let's Steve Grant finish first. Go ahead, Steve.
So I'm saying here tonight, the issues that we are discussing here is the dismissal. My dismissal that was not appropriate from the office of Senator Wellington G. Smith is what we're discussing tonight. Mind you, we are not elections. That is the same mistake that Senator Smith and some of those guys who are in the office today, the lawyer who is defending something that he cannot defend, saying that because I wrote on my official Facebook page that I want to contest. Based on that merit, you try to dismiss me. I don't want to go with any issue.
Now, I have a question.
And so I will not speak on anything regarding what I'm carrying to the people of Electoral District 1. When that appropriate time, or when the bridge there, we will cross it.
I have a question.
Gabriel, go ahead.
Okay, this is my question to Stephen. Basically, you campaign for Senator Representative Joe Grant, and then you are not gone 2 years, like Lauren said, and you wanting to go back to the people and say, "Look, this man I brought to you people, he's not a real person, he's a real person." So, what is the relationship like with Joe Grant first?
Yeah. And I wanted to be representative. And when the negotiation came about, that Bill have come in the picture and Joe have gone to representative, and they have asked me to campaign for both of them. That is the arrangement that brought me on board. That made me to campaign for Joe Grant. But I clearly telling you guys on this platform that when the time reaches, we will get there. I'm not saying anything that I have not told the people of Electoral District 1 that my people, you're carrying me, I'm the best candidate, because it is not time for election. But when it's time for campaign, sorry, we will get there. Gabriel, that's my answer tonight. I don't want to say anything.
I want you to clarify this rumor going around that before the 2020 election, you deflected from Senator Francis P. at that time, and then you was on your own. Later on, you joined the movement, Senator Chiefon Smith. There are rumors that you even sold some of your properties to give the money to Senator Chiefon Smith to contest the election.
So my problem is that. Gabriel,
yeah, so Gabriel, you want to ask? Let me mute Steve. Then Gabriel, go ahead. Gabriel, go ahead.
Yeah, this is my question. I think this is the problem I want to find, because God proves that 2020 elections, when you Joe Grant, not Joe Grant, Stephen, when you came to Senator Jiffon Smith, at that point the issue we heard that you even sold some of your assets or property to support Jiffon Smith to contest the special senatorial election 2020.
So Gabriel is saying there is this speculation that when Steve Grant came to Riverside in support of Jiffon Smith, he sold some of his properties and used the money to support Jiffon candidacy in the 2020 election. Gabriel, is that what you said?
Yes, Eric.
Okay. Yeah, Steve, so go ahead.
Because of Senator Smith elections, the first 190,000, I spent that money for Senator Smith to take that money to Claw. The second 92,000, I gave it to Senator Smith to go to Kenya. I gave him money to go to Dubai. I sponsored the elections up to the time Joe have not come. When the Joe came into the picture, that what other people say around here, I don't let people to be very ungrateful. So are they what to do? Senator Smith will win today, but to pay me back at dismissing me from the office. And so, Gabriel, your information is true. I did not. I won't be your
Lawrence, let's Steve answer this question. When you finish, we'll get to you.
So, Eric, you got my answer, right?
Mm-hmm. So yes. You spend 90,000, you spend 92,000, and
90,000. I spend that money to go to Florida. I spend that money.
So, Lawrence.
Yeah, but you need to ask me whether
I think
we don't, Lawrence. We are not going that route. We know that we're using LD and USD in Liberia, and Steve Grant is talking about Liberian dollars. You normally when people are talking about US dollar, they will say US dollar. So, Lawrence, you are the chief of officer for the office of Jiffon. You want to speak to some of these things. Steve spent 190,000 during the election. I mean, talk to us about Steve's support to Jiffon. Talk to us. Yeah, let's be sincere here.
You please so that
including Steve. He said, so Steve is saying about dismissing him because this is a follow-up question. You are still in. I'm not saying. Okay, go ahead.
Very long because now we
And you just said thank you to him by dismissing him because he declared intention. Was that a favor to Steve? Was that a favor to Steve? With all? Okay. Yeah, but you still gave me employment letter. When are you giving Steve his letter? Zero 0770-461-344-0886-507973. Those are numbers you can call if you are viewing up at Facebook. You can go to the comment section. Let's hear you. What you think? Let's hear you. Call us on 0770-461-344-0886-507973. We have Steve Grant in studio. He was fired because he declared intention. We can clearly say now that Steve Grant was fired from the senator's office because he declared his intention to run 2029. First, it was being alleged, but here he is saying it. The chief of office staff is also saying that. So that was the reason why he was fired. Now,
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I will be reaching that question. I don't know whether you're going to get me from here. So this is my question.
Yeah, Lawrence, I'm getting you. Go ahead.
This is surrounding his support to Senator Jiffon Smith, surrounding the deal that he came up with. You said is a lie, but he said this was the deal they came up with. But then Senator Jiffon Smith keep breaching the agreement, or do political agreement and not legal agreement abandoning people. But this is my question. Looking at Joe Grant, that is currently the representative, and that of Steve Grant, are there any formal meeting that Joe Grant was being invited, Steve Grant was being invited, or did Joe Grant complain to Senator Jiffon Smith that Steve Grant wanted his job?
Was there any time that Joe Grant complained to Senator Smith and said, "Hey, Senator, that guy in your office is wanting my job"? Was there anything like that? This is what Gabriel asked him. Why didn't the senator call Steve Grant, Joe Grant to a round table? These are his two allies. Why didn't he call them to a round table? Instead of just talking to Steve Grant and say, "Look, Steve Grant, back up. You know, I'll fire you." Why didn't he call them to a table?
Is connected. We're not getting.
What did he tell Joe? What did he tell Joe? We understand. You told us everything the senator told Steve Grant. What did the senator tell Joe Grant?
Eric, can you please, this is important. They said, they get Lawrence, we're not getting me at all. So leave me on this message. Can you please be closer?
Yes, Lauren, you have told us all of these things. We know, we heard them already. We're asking now, what did the senator tell Joe Grant? So, Gabriel, you have a question for, because as Lauren is answering, Gabriel, you have a question for Lawrence or Steve?
Yeah, Eric, sorry, I'm not getting Lawrence, so I again asking the question further. But this question go to Steve Grant. Less time ago, let me just ask him this question. Steve Grant, do you feel betrayed on these several occasions that you come up with a consensus with somebody who you think you trust political ally, and then the president don't live up to this agreement? Is it because of that kind of frustration you, from a very early stage like this one, you have declared your intention to contest the election in District No. 1?
Thank you, Gabriel. In the first place, I have decided to contest.
Excuse me. We are not getting you again, Steve.
You got me now?
Yes, you are okay now.
Okay, fine. I said there was nothing called misunderstanding between anybody and myself, of which I've decided to contest. Okay. As a regular out on this platform, I have decided to contest ever since. It was a senior Senator Smith that told me not to contest. And so the elections in Rivers said, my brother, is not anybody power positions that we will keep somebody there for 12 years when you are not meeting the expectations of the people. And as such, I have decided to run.
Okay, so let's have you there. Let's hold you there. You have to.
Grant didn't answer my question. He basically was saying it's very different.
He said, if I got Grant is saying he did not contest because he did not declare intention because of any conflict, because of any frustration. So, I mean, he answered your question. Okay. To me that no, it was not because of that. He said he decided to do that ever since. No, no. You cannot get reason for Steve. So Steve will ask Lawrence 2 questions. Hello? Steve will ask Lawrence 2 questions. Lawrence will ask Steve 2 questions. And then
please bring Lawrence.
Gabriel, what you said?
I said, please bring Lawrence. So please bring Lawrence to the map so that our listeners.
I will do just that. So, Gabriel and Lawrence will ask 2 questions. Steve will ask 2 questions. And then the table will ask the two people, because Lauren is representing the office of Jivan, what can be done? Firstly, yes, but let's hear the two questions first from each of them. So Lawrence first.
You have to bring Lawrence here first.
The second.
Please repeat that question.
So in 1 year, 6 months, you said Steve and Joe Grant have failed. Somebody who you campaigned for, you said he has failed. Can you tell the listening public some of Joe Grant's failures?
Thank you.
Let me ask the second question, then you can respond. Lauren, the second question.
Go ahead.
So Joe, go ahead. I'm sorry, Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, repeat the questions. I'm not getting Lawrence. You know, Lawrence is far from the.
Lauren said, could you name some of the? Could you pinpoint some of the failures of Joe Grant? Since you said he has failed, or you are saying that he has failed.
Mr. Duo, on this platform, what is here is what we should discuss.
Okay.
I'm not campaigning to say Joe Grant failed the people of Electoral District 1. When Joe Grant failed the people of Electoral District 1, they were proven to him from the ballot box. It is not time for elections. Why should I bring any campaign statement here? I said.
So I didn't want to answer that question for you because I asked that question, and this was the same response you gave. Gabriel also asked that question, but we didn't want to say it. So, Lauren, your second question.
Yeah.
My second question is, I really want to, because this thing I've been coming here to rumor and I'm getting some interest that some big political fish is supporting Stephen Grant doing what?
Do you think Steve Grant will tell you yes or no on this platform? Steve, did you get? Are you getting Lawrence?
I didn't get Lawrence at all. I didn't get him at all.
Oh wow! So he says whether a political big fish is sponsoring you. He says that's what they are hearing. So he asked him whether that is true.
Get up and focus. I told Joe you got 4 years. Representative. But I can tell the people of Rogers County, when it is time for the elections, you will see the Senator Pay will be coming. The very Jivan will contribute with money. The bill 2 hours will be standing by because yesterday I was there for them. Tomorrow they have to be there for me. Or today they have to be there.
Okay, so when the time comes, people will support you. That's what you're saying. So right now, nobody's doing anything. Okay, so Steve, let's hear your question to Lawrence.
Let me ask you. I want to ask Lauren. Lauren, are you aware that our Grant Stephen Thomas was one of the major contributors to Senator Jivan elections with my cash and my strategies? Are you aware?
I'm fully aware of Stephen Grant Thomas. And I'm thinking you Antonio, thank you for everything that you did. At this office, we are never returned to your health. Medicare on this very platform.
What Lauren saying should not get
Okay. He says he's aware. Your second question.
Second question. Since you are aware of all these things that I did for Senator Gibbon, and you now grace Joe Grant over me, as a chief of officers of our office, what was your position to the senator?
You knew all of these things, and you said you are aware, and today you grading Joe Grant over him. What was your position at that time?
Yeah, when the senator came up with the decision, you were writing a letter. Why would you
So that division thing is another topic for another day, and you are not really the right person, because you will be opening a lot of Pandora boxes when you're talking about division among the Riverside Caucus members. So, good. Your ally, good. That's the right way you put it. Now, okay. So, Gabriel, my man, come put yourself in front of the camera. Let's ask the people the two final questions.
Yeah, Eric, I think it's already 10:05, so I think we have to wrap up. I think we'll have only busy.
So what I want to know is that, is there any chance, or that is to the two party, to bring Joe Grant and Steve Grant to the table? Senator Smith being a man of reconciliation, is there any plan to bring these two people on the table to discuss this incident? It has not happened. And Steve Grant, if Senator Smith calls you today and calls Joe Grant to a table, are you willing to sit on that table to discuss what we are discussing, to find an amicable solution in the best interest of the people of Riverside?
Well, Mr. Duo, let me be clear on this platform. It is late. That is what I expected from Senator Smith before pronouncing to the people of Riverside that I'll be the same. That was the kind of meeting, and Lord lying on this, he's still lying on this platform. And when I went to Senator Smith told me not to contest, and it was not the position of Senator Smith. Senator Smith told me, Grant, your pronouncement is a little bit early than what I'm seeing. And I told him, Senator Smith, early preparation bring results. That's what I said. The Senator Smith yesterday that did not call Joe and myself to sit down on round table, but have come to the people of Riverside and damaged my character, my very decent character, for that to everything.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So let's just give 30 seconds each. Lawrence Starr, your parting statement, 30 seconds. And then Steve Grant, 30 seconds, your parting comment. Lawrence. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Senator Smith is waiting to bring the two parties on the table to discuss this thing so that this thing can be resolved and be resolved amicably for the people of Riverside County. That was the party coming up, Lawrence Starr. He's the Chief of Officer in the office of Senator Jeevan Smith of Riverside County. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Steve Grant.
Well, thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you, Eric, and thank you to Gabriel of DCM Radio, Mr. Eric Duo. Thank you to every one of you guys. You know, I enjoy the show, but everyone down the curtain on this. I'm telling all of my supporters, those who believe in our ideology. I'm not saying this thing on the platform as a means of hanging on anybody's character by creating my own political agenda. But whosoever believe in me, that my positions in Riverside politics, my IQ, everything I do that I love, I want them to be like me. I don't want anybody bad mouthing any of the leaders. Whatever decision that Senator Smith has taken, that's his own administrative decision. He has the senatorial office. I don't want anybody bad mouthing Senator Smith on Facebook. I don't want anybody saying anything. Remember, he's the leader of the county. Once a leader, always a leader. He's still in the position. I will need them to help me tomorrow. The election, I'm not going anywhere. I want everyone to calm down. I'm committed, and I'm not prepared for any negotiation. We will go into the elections.
I am not prepared for any negotiation. Those were his final words, the final words of Steve Grant. I'm not prepared for any negotiation. Thank you very much for being here. And of course, this has been your program, Frontline Focus Roundtable, broadcasting live from DCN studio there in Chester, Riverside County, and CMAC Liberia studio, our digital studio here in Yapatan, Riverside County. My name is Eric Obaduo. Steve, thank you very much for being here. We're hoping that whenever we call you again, you will come on this table. And of course, do remember this platform. Thank you very much, and you have yourself a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
You will get through what the devil meant for evil.
Well, folks, this is all we have time for. The program Frontline Focus Roundtable. This night we hosted Lawrence Starr. He's the Chief of Staff in the office of Wellington Jeevan Smith, and we have Steve Grant. Steve Grant was recently fired from the office of Jeevan Smith, and it's clear today that this political is because he declared his intention to run in 2029. Jeevan said his ally is Joe Grant, the current District 1 representative. Having someone in his office who will want to unseat his ally would not offer well for him. Based on that, he fired Chief Grant. Thank you very much for those of you who follow us. Thanks to those who contributed to the show by calling in. My name is Eric Obaduo. Gabriel Sawa was there, and we brought you this edition of the program Frontline Focus Roundtable. Join us on Wednesday, same time, for another fresh edition of the program Frontline Focus Roundtable. My name is Eric Obaduo. You have yourself a wonderful night. Bye-bye.